There is a quiet truth beginning to bloom in your life right now. It's the answer to a question your heart has been asking for a long time. That question is, does anyone truly see me? Not just the version you show the world, but the real, radiant soul underneath. The one who loves deeply and holds on to hope, even when it's hard. Get ready, because a profound understanding has dawned on the person meant for you. They had been walking through their days with a feeling of unease, as if they were missing something vital. Their thoughts were a tangled mess of fear and longing. But then, in a single moment of clarity, perhaps as they were falling asleep or simply pausing to breathe, the tangled mess fell away. A deep sense of peace washed over them, and their mind became still. In that stillness, your image appeared in their mind not as a memory, but as a revelation. Suddenly, they understood everything. They saw the incredible power of your consistent heart. They remembered how you offered kindness without expectation. They realized that your love was a safe harbor they had been foolishly sailing away from. This realization didn't just make them miss you, it fundamentally changed them. It humbled them. It cracked open a heart they had kept under lock and key, and they were overwhelmed with a feeling of reverence not just for you, but for the profound connection you share. Let this settle in your spirit as your absolute sign. The energy between you has shifted permanently. That person is now moving forward with a new awareness, guided by the undeniable truth of your bond. The universe is not just creating a second chance, it is fulfilling a promise that was written in your souls long ago. Your story is far from over. In fact, the most beautiful chapter is just beginning. A new chapter is starting to unfold, and the energy has completely changed. The person who once hesitated is now moving toward you with a clear mind and a sure heart. This isn't a moment of confusion, it's a moment of crystal clear certainty. What they feel for you has been rebuilt on a foundation of truth, not just fleeting emotion. They finally understand, and this new understanding is reshaping their entire world. You are no longer just a memory to them. You have become a feeling of home. Their spirit has recognized its match, and every instinct is telling them to return to you. The universe is now mending a connection that fear and doubt had put on hold. What they experienced recently was more than just a dream, it was a profound awakening that opened their eyes for the first time. In that moment of clarity, they saw the real you. They saw the depth of your character, your quiet resilience, and the powerful strength you hold beneath your gentle nature. They realized how your patience and your deepest hopes have been intertwined with their own journey all along. They were on the verge of walking away from the very thing designed to uplift and guide them, but a higher power intervened. A profound stillness settled over them, and in that quiet, all the pieces finally fit together. They remembered your smile, your innate kindness, the light you carry, and they knew, without a doubt, that it has always been you. You are the peace they've been searching for, the answer to prayers they'd forgotten they'd even spoken. Their heart is full, not with regret, but with a powerful sense of awe and a love that feels larger than life itself. They now see you as the solution, not a problem. You are their reflection, their missing piece, the one who completes their destiny. This is why they are preparing to act not with hesitation, but with purpose and speed. Others might be surprised by their sudden decisiveness, but they are simply following a timeline that has been set in motion by a force greater than themselves. The moment has arrived, and they can no longer deny what they know to be true. The signs are now undeniable. This person feels a calling they can no longer ignore. To hesitate further would be to abandon their own path to peace. Their season of holding back is over. A tangible shift is coming. They are preparing to approach you with an unmistakable sincerity. Their message will feel different, deeply honest, and landing in your spirit with a sense of rightness. They are ready to voice the words once held captive by fear. Their journey is now divinely directed, with every step leading them back to you. Their goal has transformed from simply having you to truly valuing you, vowing to cherish your heart and build the life you were always meant to share. Since their awakening, their world has reordered itself. In the quiet, it is your memory that fills the space, a calm, steady pull toward their true home. They now see your bond as a sacred alignment, a predestined connection far beyond mere want. The question is no longer if, but when they can make things right. You will feel this change in the very atmosphere. A divine acceleration is underway, overturning past delays. This is the promised restoration, where every moment of waiting is woven into a greater story of healing. When they stand before you, their emotion will be profound. Their love has deepened into a respect born from true understanding. They remember your kindness in the face of their silence and are in awe that you prayed for them instead of cursing them. Your quiet faith humbled them, revealing that your love was never weak, but fiercely strong. You weren't waiting for a person, you were being faithful to a purpose. This realization has shattered their pride, awakening a new determination to be your shelter and your unwavering support. Their silence is breaking. Their fear is dissolving. They are coming home. A deep and quiet resolve has taken hold of them. The voice they tried to ignore is now the only one they can hear, and they have made the choice to listen. The path has been shown to them, and they are finally ready to walk it without looking back. The first thing you will notice is the clarity in their presence. The old uncertainty is gone, replaced by a profound sense of purpose that seems to emanate from their very core. Their approach will not be filled with grand gestures, but with a humble and powerful truth. They have faced their doubts in solitude and emerged with a single intention: to end the distance between you. Their message will be simple and direct, a declaration that they are no longer fighting what their soul has always known. To an outsider, their actions may seem sudden. But you will feel the rightness of it, as if a long-closed pathway has suddenly been illuminated. The barrier that stood between you has lost all its power. They are ready to take a courageous step, one that will bridge the gap with a single, meaningful act. This moment will not feel rushed or chaotic, but deeply peaceful and destined. Recognize this for what it truly signifies. You are not a chapter in their story, you are its conclusion. You are not a moment of weakness, but their greatest demonstration of strength. Your existence in their life is the fulfillment of a sacred blueprint. The vision they received was more than a thought, it was a spiritual awakening to a reality that has always existed. They saw the essence of who you are and understood, with stunning clarity, that every other path they walked was simply leading them to your door. The emptiness they carried was not a flaw, it was a space perfectly shaped for you, and you alone. They attempted to find fulfillment elsewhere, but a loving and constant force always guided them back to your memory. This was not a lesson in failure, but a divine safeguarding of their heart for the one who was always meant to hold it. You are the sanctuary they have been seeking without knowing the name for it. You are that sanctuary. You are the answer to a question their heart asked long before they met you. What they feel now transcends emotion. It has become a foundational truth. It is a commitment that honors not just you, but the higher power that brought you together. In their eyes, you represent a promise that was made before time began, now waiting to be lived in this world. You have always been the unbreakable vow, the whispered hope that heaven itself decided to honor. Their vision has been transformed. They no longer look at you with simple want, but with a solemn commitment. You are the sanctuary they are meant to guard, the partnership they are destined to build, and the soul they are honored to stand beside in prayer. You are where they belong. Their arrival is imminent, and it may catch you off guard with its certainty. You will encounter a presence that feels renewed, solid, unwavering, and illuminated from within. Their actions will be in perfect harmony with their intentions. The look in their eyes will convey a truth so profound that words will only confirm it. This is a permanent transformation, a direct touch from the divine that has reordered their very soul. Every future action will be a testament to this shift. This chapter of waiting has concluded. This is the dawn of your answered prayer. You were never overlooked, you were being carefully equipped. While you waited, a sacred alignment was taking place, hearts were being synchronized, doubts dissolved, and trust was being fortified. The love that is now arriving is whole, holy, and timeless. So, let your heart find its rest. The striving is over. Your narrative was inscribed with purpose long ago. The person approaching you now sees you with a clarity that can only come from above. What they experienced was not a fleeting fantasy, but an eternal truth being unveiled. And such truths do not disappear, they gradually reveal their depth. They are moving toward you with a quiet humility, because they have at last received the ultimate understanding. You are the one. And this time, they will not retreat from that reality. They will move toward it with their entire being. Their sight has been cleansed. The confusion that clouded their judgment has been swept away. Gazing at you now brings them to a place of deep reverence. It centers them. It jolts them into a new state of awareness. You hold a quality they have never encountered, a grace, a serenity, a sacred beauty that defies all logic. There is a light in your spirit, a resilient gentleness in your nature, and a steadfastness that makes their defenses crumble. You feel like a return to something sacred, a piece of their soul they never knew was absent until they found it in you. They now realize you are not merely a good person. You are an essential part of their life's sacred purpose. A divine conversation happened. A message was delivered to their core, and the person they were before is gone. They received a clear and undeniable directive: walk this path. In an instant, the confusion shattered, and every moment of the past clicked into place. They saw your irreplaceable role in their destiny. The anxiety that held them back has vanished, replaced by a courage that can only come from faith. The fear that once held them back is dissolving like mist in the morning sun. A new courage is rising within them, and they are getting ready to step into your life with an honesty that will feel both startling and familiar. They are practicing the words, playing out the moment in their mind, wondering how your eyes will soften when they finally speak the truth their heart has guarded for so long. I see it now. It was always you. In this waiting period, hold on to that quiet knowing inside you. Don't allow old worries to shout over the gentle confirmation your spirit has already received. Do not let the shadows of yesterday darken the new day that is dawning. A shift has occurred in the unseen, and its echo is about to become your reality. Heavenly guides are actively preparing this reunion. They are smoothing the road ahead, shielding your hearts from further hurt, and making up for every moment that felt lost. The one who was once paralyzed by indecision is now moving toward you with unwavering purpose and a calm, steady soul. The timing is now divinely perfect, and what is coming will be so evident, it will feel like a law of nature. When they woke today, the feeling of you was there not as a random thought, but as a deep and settled knowing. It wasn't a frantic need, it was a quiet awakening. Their logic has finally surrendered to a truth their spirit recognized long ago. This bond you share did not start the day you met. Its roots stretch back into eternity, to a sacred agreement made between your souls before your lives even began. Your stories were always meant to be intertwined. The recent shift was not a new event, but the fulfillment of a plan set in motion long ago, a decisive moment that secured what was always intended for you. Their perception of you has been utterly transformed. They now see the profound strength in your patience, the power in your unwavering faith, and the beauty of the grace you consistently offered. They are humbled by the dignity with which you waited, the perseverance in your prayers, and the incredible peace you carried even through your own pain. They are in awe of the person you are. And they now understand, without a doubt, that finding you was not a matter of luck. It was the ultimate act of following a divine call. Heaven's schedule has reached its appointed hour. And when a divine signal is given, those who are listening do not hesitate. This is why they are preparing for an action that will feel both courageous and deeply right, a step that will not merely speak of affection, but will demonstrate a complete yielding. A yielding to a plan greater than their own. A yielding to a truth that is now undeniable. A yielding to you, the one their soul identified long before their mind caught up. The moment they experienced was far from ordinary. It was a perfect meeting of fate and time. They didn't just have a dream, they woke up to reality. Their inner self finally understood what had been true all along. Sleep was impossible because a deep understanding had washed away all the noise. When they thought of you, a profound calm filled them. They remembered your voice, your joy, the unexplained moments that always led back to you, and suddenly, the puzzle was complete. You were never an accident. You were not just a passing chapter. You were the living response to a plea they once made in a moment of need, a prayer they had almost forgotten. The message was simple: this is the one. And that quiet truth became an unstoppable force within them, too loud to ignore and too real to postpone. They are no longer afraid of receiving this gift. They are ready for the commitment, the shared journey, the sacred bond. And they know it can only be with you. They understand now that your lives were never designed to be separate. They were meant to be woven together, with a sacred purpose at the very core. What is beginning is more than a relationship, it is a restoration. It is a faithful response. It is a union of spirits. They may approach you with a nervous heart, their words unsteady, but they will come because their spirit will not find rest until they do. The same voice that is guiding them is also speaking to your heart in this very moment. Prepare yourself. This is a holy invitation. Everywhere they turn, signs of you appear. In a song, a thought, a fleeting memory, your essence is echoed back to them. They can no longer rationalize it away or push it down. You are the sign they were waiting for, standing right before them all along, until the moment their sight was cleared. Now they perceive all of you. Not just your surface, but your unwavering heart, your quiet power, your faith, your sacred purpose. They see the goodness that surrounds you, and they feel a deep desire to cherish it, to respect it, and to become someone who deserves it. For so long, they fought what they felt, masking their care, telling themselves it wasn't real. But now they know the truth: it was never their imagination. It was a spiritual awakening. This connection isn't built on a daydream, it is founded on an eternal truth. The divine is in motion, setting the stage for what is to come: a word, an encounter, a step that will answer every question you've held. This is more than a feeling. It is an unstoppable, sacred force. It is the beautiful and destined coming together of two hearts that were always meant to be one.